It's about powering the internet.
Yeah. This is what's powering all of you.
Some of these guys got necks, some of them don't. Not all necks are created equal. Jokes.
Oh no, Sephiroth, would you please stop messing?
It's blistering hot.
It's hot where you guys are?
Yes.
It's like, it's probably like 30 right now where I am. And misting.
Can you stop that?
I have 89. I have 80 tabs open on my phone. That's probably not good.
I have a couple hundred on my phone.
Hey, join the tab club.
I'll eventually go through this process of accidentally deleting every single one, and then I just go through like some kind of withdrawal. And
Yes.
going through them, it saves me time, and it's easier overall.
And you accidentally hit the X button in the corner, and you're like, oh, that's like years of work.
Yeah, I've had my phone since 2016. So.
Oh my gosh.
So I've done it a couple times now.
Years of academy training wasted. I love that meme. Snap out of it, Buzz.
Oh,
That's a good idea.
That is definitely one of Pixar's best movies.
I am missing Nisbeth. So random. There should be a head right here. Right here. Hello. Can't take your call right now. I'm printing two Switch controllers,
Oh, nice.
and they're orange. And I'm printing a Republic diplomatic cruiser.
I like that ship. I'm a
Yeah, the red one that gets blown up in the first movie.
Star Wars fan. I remember that from Lego Star Wars Saga.
Yes. It's one of my favorite ships, even though it gets blown up.
Hey,
Chris's favorite game is Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
That is true.
Dude.
Christian one.
Either that or Doom.
Hey, pick a number between 1 through 6.
4.
6.
Mega Man 4 is better than 6. So.
Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations, the podcast a group of friends who which mind their business talking movies and TV world recent. This week we have some interesting guests joining us. Most of the time they've been in the YouTube's chat pretty much. Well, most of the time we see them in the YouTube chat, but now we have 3 of the Elf Club members with us.
Elf Club.
Yes, we are Alpha.
Absolutely.
The only downside is they are only season 5 deep.
I don't think either of these guys are anywhere at all.
Or at least one of them.
And I haven't watched it in probably 3 or 4 years. Probably 4. I don't know.
We got other shows you can talk about too afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have... Let's do it like that.
That is our specialty. That and Focusatsu Tenchi Dokuro-chan as well.
Oh, yeah, Dokuro-chan. Completely forgot.
You'll have to.
I didn't forget, but it's in my mind for sure.
You'll have to enlighten us on that one for sure.
Bludgeoning Angel?
What's an angel?
But yeah, I know
Wait, what was that again?
Hmm?
Bludgeoning Angel.
Oh, Dokuro!
Oh my god. Hey. Nice.
It's hard. It's weird.
Oh,
We don't know anybody else really.
We have a resident anime expert. Sarcasm.
Well, expert going up to like maybe early 2010s. At that past that point,
More than me.
but still an otaku.
fair enough. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm at a convention right now, so I'm coming in via phone right now since hotel Wi-Fi decided to give up.
Bruh.
Also hoping this doesn't burn through the 1 gig left I have of my mobile data.
Yes.
Although hopefully with the whole 1 day left thing, it'll roll over to the next set at after midnight.
That would be nice.
On the plus side, with me on the phone, I can actually walk around and I'm not stuck in the chair.
Good for your health, right?
Yeah, less good for my health is all the junk food I'm eating this weekend.
There's a fact that sitting does improve your health by 20% more than standing.
Really?
I don't know if that's true.
It is.
I don't know if that's true.
You look
Are
it up.
you sure about that?
I'm gonna look it up.
I am sure.
I'll be the researcher.
Alright, resident researcher.
Back.
We already got roles. Designated researcher.
It's contradicting. I'm not sure.
What time is it where you guys are?
For me, I'm in 6 military time. I'm not sure
Okay.
about these guys back at HQ.
That's epic.
Yeah, so you're Pacific, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
guess that'll be 4 a.m. Pacific.
Dang. Oh my gosh.
My sleep schedule's kind of messed up, so it's not a big
Does it feel like 4 a.m. to you?
It feels, yeah, I live on bar time, even not traveling, so it's not too difficult for me. Although sleeping during the day does mess your natural cycle up quite a bit.
Yeah. I do it.
Sitting raises your risk of heart disease, diabetes, stroke, high blood pressure, and cholesterol, which are all good things.
It was a joke.
Well, I'm joking too. It's actually
You serious?
no. I'm joking.
Oh, shoot. I'm actually going to use my artistic figure.
Nice.
I took like 2 days to print this figure out, and I've only used it like twice.
Why?
Well, I don't like drawing people because it's really hard. I usually avoid it. But I need to get better at it because it's, kind of a big subject.
Are all ALF members here?
These are the original health founders. So.
The trio, the original trio. Are all 3 of us here?
Why? His Discord just crashed, so.
Well, when we get back, we should do a proper introduction for
Alright, am I good?
fine people.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Better
Cool.
than
So
actually.
is everyone ready to go?
I know. I am.
I believe so.
And getting back to big
I'm
subjects.
good.
Getting back to big
Should we
subjects.
talk about the Caden arc?
Okay,
Getting back to big subjects. Well, the final year has come and gone. And naturally, you're wanting to. And naturally, someone like. And naturally, people who talk about the show have a tendency to talk about their highs and lows of the year. Highs and lows of the year.
Yeah, and actually there wasn't as many lows as last year.
Yeah, last year was.
Yeah, that was a big surprise.
We were hoping, and they did. I think they delivered pretty good.
And I actually have to trim down my top list a bit.
That's always a good sign.
Alf guys, while we have the moment, do you want to introduce ourselves?
Yeah, we should do that.
So,
yeah, sure.
We're the Alf Club. That's I'm Asa, and there's also Gabe and Theo here.
That's Gabe Shumway, Alf, Asa Shumway, and then I'm Theo Shumway.
we're changing to a picture.
So we're here as special guests, and we're very grateful to be here because we're quite big fans of this podcast. We've been watching for a while now, right?
Let's change the picture.
I can only imagine you guys had quite the quite the time listening to the occasional tangents my colleagues go on with Star Wars recently.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
What? No. What?
I can think about Star Wars all day, dude.
Star Wars.
Well, we have a fellow Star Wars colleague here. Scholar. A true scholar.
Yeah.
I got me a paper. But yeah, what do you guys do? Explain to the chat. Yeah.
What do we do?
Yeah. What's Alpha?
It's like we have like
Discuss. And ouch.
better terms. I don't. It's just they're free. There's not one single product. Do a lot of food reviews.
Yeah, kind of unintentional. The whole thing.
Yeah, we kind of noticed there's a trend that we
It's just easy to do.
It is.
Oh, no, Sephiroth.
Okay, hotel Wi-Fi is back. Huzzah!
Nice.
Yay.
Yeah, it turns out it disconnected me without actually disconnecting me.
So were you connected the whole time?
No, I was disconnected, how should I put it? It was the illusion of still being connected, but not actually being connected.
I've had that happen. Where, like, it just doesn't update the
The icon, yes.
the bars for like pages, and you're like, wait a second, why is no one responding to what I'm saying?
On a totally unrelated note, I have a crab hat.
Oh, it's awesome. I have an octopus hat.
Ooh, I can guess you picked that up from Baltimore before we arrived.
Wait, what?
Ooh, I wonder if you picked that up from Baltimore before we arrived.
No, I got it in a low-tier prize pile.
Oh,
Yeah, at the convention, you can actually pay $2 to get one of those little plastic Easter eggs, and inside is a letter that corresponds to a certain level of prize. The crab hat was a D prize.
Man, I wish I had a
That's an
squid
immense
hat.
surprise for me.
What is it?
If you want, you could see our hats. I don't have a way of getting photographs of them at the moment, but we have a large collection of hats. We have beekeeper veils, cowboy hats, heroes, ball caps.
We have an elf mask,
We have an
We
elf
do have
mask,
an elf mask.
Sonic mask, ape mask.
minion mask.
Oh, the minion mask. We have quite a variety of props. We utilize those for sure.
Dang, I wish I had
The
a.
elf mask was used actually on screen.
Yeah, it's one of those auction websites. But he doesn't have any money for college. Because we spent a lot.
No, I'm currently in college actually.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I'll get free money though. From the government.
I'm just saying we shouldn't have spent all the money on it.
And that wasn't my decision.
Yes!
What?
It's shiny!
What?
It's shiny.
That's a great hat. I would, I would pair it with some crab reviews.
Oh wait, did you post a picture of the crab hat?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh wow. I put that in the mantle.
Yeah, I put it on top of my fedora.
Nice.
Should I share it to the chat? I mean, to the.
Sure, go ahead.
That's a beautiful thing. So shiny.
Reminds me of your little animated guy, right, Gabe? Little crawdad man?
Reminds me of the spinning cockroach a little bit.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
The little lobster on the stick at the Chinese restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the one that got away.
It's really cool. We animated him.
We stole him. I mean, we didn't steal him, but we were supposed to eat him, but we decided not
Hey,
to.
by the way, the preferred term is Asian cuisine. So.
Asian, yes, Asian cuisine. I know that better than anyone.
Wait. Are you cooling off any? Is it cool?
Yeah.
It's way too hot in here all the time.
We recently got in touch with Critical. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Oh yeah, we did.
What is Critical?
He gave us a really prestigious kind
No, we did. We passed this off as
of self-promotion.
It was pretty good, right? Just lost a subscriber over that. Worth it.
We did lose a subscriber.
Someone
But I don't think it was because of that.
Oh man.
us a lot.
That's a secret.
Oh, I just remembered something. I feel quite silly for forgetting it, but at least I remembered it. I had prepared a gift for you guys after you had accepted us
Whoa.
into the podcast. Remember, Theo, Abe?
Oh yeah,
I'm not sure if I remember.
you remember, dude.
I guess I will when I
Is now the right time?
I'm asking you guys that. You can.
I don't know. I can't remember it.
Now is not the right time for that.
Okay, well,
That's-
you guys can look forward to a special gift.
That's how you bring tension.
Yes. Stay.
Oh no.
Dude, look at our Discord. You know.
I will.
Shumway, Darkhead Shumway, when you're on the Discord profile, we don't like James Rolfe here.
Is it a good gift? I bet it's a good gift. I
have no part in making this.
I don't think I know.
No, go to our recent chat.
Special
Below
one
that.
now we're on.
The blue one.
Not Superverse.
Oh.
I hope you appreciate
It's
it.
not like yeah.
It does
Okay.
have a little bit of tension. Just to
Oh.
stick to viewers.
Good idea. Good idea.
Scroll up.
That's like next level strats.
Maybe the green one. I don't know.
While we're doing this dead air, to shout
Uh-oh.
out Big Chief if he's watching. Big Chief, you can say something in the chat if you'd like. Just letting you know that we are looking out for you. Glad if you are here that you're watching.
Knowledge.
He was like shadows. So
Oh my god, I've
I'm a
been
bit focused right now. This
match this whole time. It's just been making moves for me. I feel so bad.
all right.
I just went AFK.
Let's. Okay, what were we gonna do first? What was the plan?
You guys were gonna do your tier lists or
All right. How about sarcasm? How about you start? Because it seems like you have a pretty confident list that you've worked hard on.
Sure, how are we doing this? Are we each just going through our entire lists individually, or...
Yeah, I think that probably worked. Well, okay. How about we do like words from both lists, and then I can just give a comment on one that I can remember because I didn't make a list, and then we can do best from both lists, and then I can make another comment.
Bottom to the top.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So, only 3 on the bottom this year, so number 3, going to Seed. It's less a bad episode, but more like... something with it just didn't resonate with me, you know?
Yeah. Which one?
That reminds me of Alf Season 3, Episode 5, the one where Alf had the giant space infestation.
I don't remember that.
That one,
that was a classic though.
it was a classic, but this effect just didn't do it for me. It felt
It
like
really-
they were just trying to... It was in magazines. They were trying to cop out, you know? They were like, oh,
I don't know. I mean, it really fleshed out the relationship between Alf and Willie.
It's important for episode.
It definitely was important in the series.
Lot
It was definitely
important
a
and
big
good
staple.
episode. It would be
Even if it wasn't executed that well, it still was a massive staple.
Highlight of going to see for me still is the deer-like creature that they brought in.
Yeah, that was like the Great Seedling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that one didn't resonate too well. It did seem kind of since it's the last season, bringing new things in is kind of, you know, it's better to reference stuff or to build on something usually if it's like your last season, because if you add something new like that, you're just going like, all right, and even if it hits, you're like, oh wow, that was cool, and then you will never see it again. So you're just like, oh well. If you liked it, that was it.
Especially with the whole it's not actually a real thing, or is it? Bit at the end.
Or is it?
Was it?
Who knows?
We
We'll
don't
never
know.
find out.
And it's over, so yeah.
It's like, stop that. That's season 4's shtick.
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
hey, look, it's buffaloes. You're never gonna see those again.
I do have a question.
Go for it.
So is this show just over?
It is ended now.
On television, at least. There's comics now, and I think fanfiction writers are probably going to have a lot of material to work with.
But like, they're not gonna like make like a sequel or something?
They will be making Gen 5 in about a year,
There is a fifth generation coming.
which is totally, like, we don't know anything about it really, to be honest, and it could be a reboot or it could be something new.
You guys
really
expect
up to...
a completely different art style?
Yes, they think it'll either be CG or at least like boom tunes or something
CG,
different.
I would fucking hate that.
Yeah, it could go either way. If it's like Clone Wars CG, then yeah, it's good. But you gotta.
Oh, what do you think about the new season of Clone Wars?
Oh! I want that so bad. Oh! Every trailer that comes out for that, I like religiously watch. I want that so bad.
I grew up with that one.
Yes, same here. Like every episode that came out, I'm just like, I was on that.
I was rewatching it, and in the middle of rewatching it, Netflix pulled it from the
No!
Hey, Asa.
Mhm.
Can you check the check the Alpha Club Discord?
Oh, he did it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
What about it?
Oh, you're good.
Nothing.
You're easy.
Yeah, they were gonna pull it, and so I watched like all of them real fast as well. I knew they were gonna pull it though, so I'm like, oh shoot.
I was going through the loss of a family member, so I didn't have a lot of time when they did that, and I set my priorities everything.
Yeah, that makes sense. You can't be everywhere at once. I think I got lucky too when I saw it. I'm just like, you know, somebody on like Google suggested it, you know, Netflix is getting rid of Clone Wars. So if you haven't seen it yet, should check it out. I'm like, oh no, my favorite show. Well, it's maybe 5th favorite show.
Republic Commandos.
Fuck Mando. If Kate and C is watching this, please do a Republic Commandos video. We would greatly appreciate that and would reimburse you greatly for your efforts.
We already owe him a lot of money.
It's in the thousands now.
Yeah.
We really should be saying that over the call.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a little sidetracked there.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
like
guess
this soon into the list and already a Star Wars tangent. That's a new Academy record.
We tried. We did it.
Tangents
Next
are
week, next
our specialty.
deviations are our specialty.
So
Next week we'll
anyway,
just start with the deviation.
number 2 on the bottom list is 246 Great. Yeah, character regression is the name of the game here.
That's actually my big stinker.
I don't. Yeah. Anytime that is a pretty big regression. I can forgive a bit of a regression, but like,
Yeah.
that was a bit of a jump. And basically for plot, not for any other reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No.
like for the most part, the plot was okay. It's just how they handled Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
I want to say I went to the stream on YouTube.
We were talking about it.
Huh?
What game?
We have a thing that says technical difficulties. I don't know if that's. Oh.
For some reason, the share screen. For some reason, the share screen keeps flickering out Photoshop.
Oh, that.
That is happening, yeah.
Is it still running? Can you not see it?
It does that for me too.
Are you guys still seeing it?
There we go.
I mean, I can see it, yeah, but it
Up.
Oh, let me just share. Let me just share the whole screen. That might help. Is that better?
It's working so far.
Are you drawing
Yes.
with a screen tablet or one of the solid tablets with screens?
Definitely a screen tablet. I would not be able to draw with. I have tried those those drawing tablets, just tablets. They're just plastic. You can't see. You have to look up at the screen. If you guys can draw that way, endless respect, because that is
Well,
so hard.
with Theo and Gabe doing the character designs, Gabe goes storyboards for our stuff, and then after that, after the storyboards are created physically, we digitize them, and then I use one of those plastic tablets to basically render them.
Dang.
The coordination required to do freehand strokes is reduced greatly, but it takes some time. I mean, I think it's definitely doable on a budget.
Oh yeah, if you don't, I got the cheapest drawing screen you could buy basically. So
There's one that was being pushed by Fire Alpaca for a while, and I looked at that one, but I decided that I feel like if I can do with a $40 tablet, I think I can pull it off, because digital art, I feel like most I can actually handle with my mouse. And
really,
when I do want to draw, I want to draw physically.
if you're good with a mouse, that's also insanely hard.
Well, I use like correction tools. It's mostly for like vector art and stuff. It's mostly.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like Photoshop, and you can just kind of point to point to point to point to point.
I mainly use Illustrator when I did online art.
Yeah, if you don't have a drawing screen, Illustrator is your best friend, because you can just cheese it. You can just be like, I don't need to draw.
I had an interesting idea. An interesting idea came up, and it's a bit of a spoiler for the schedule I have for December. How would you guys like to come back for Rise of Skywalker?
Oh,
What about Rise of the Skywalker?
How would Elf Club like to come back for Rise of Skywalker?
I feel like
Yeah, sure.
a better.
I mean, I'm seeing it opening night, so.
I feel like maybe better versed in Star Wars. I mean, I have a good passion, but I just haven't had as much time put into it.
I absolutely can talk about Star Wars all day, so.
you can hold off on Star Wars, yeah.
And by that I mean probably for a good 30 minutes, and then I'm done.
I'll help you out, because I can talk for a long time on Star Wars as well.
Yeah, so like, let's see, if Theo's like 30 minutes, and I can probably do 40 minutes before I start to get a little bit woozy. So I mean, already that's a good portion of the stream. So if we just take turns, go with the monologue, right?
I don't know like
Yeah.
the deep lore shit. I only know the movie stuff.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I don't go too much into lore. My friend read into the lore and stuff, but just for fun. And it gets deep. It gets complicated.
I like the droid.
Like the Neil Bog storyline.
He did several storylines. He did like the Starforge. Uh,
Have you heard of the Neilbog storyline?
not as much. No, that doesn't ring a bell as much.
You should look it up. It's interesting. It's Nilbag.
Okay.
Just look up Neilbog and you'll probably find it.
We could also do, if you wanted in the future, we can do Mandalorian if that's pretty good, and there's also obviously the new Clone Wars coming out. So, but I guess you have to get Disney Plus for those. So there is a bunch barrier to entry.
I might have to say no to that mouse
Jackson Health.
in Mouse. I can't really get behind the whole concept
Wait,
of
what was that?
Disney to watch movies.
What about it?
because I feel like
Are you serious?
he's gonna be laughing later on Walt Disney when he
That's awesome if that's the case.
And he gets all the monies.
Yeah, he's gonna when he revives, he's gonna get a lot of money. Hopefully, if we set up our monopoly correctly, when the time comes, we go down, we can probably by the time Elm Club is gone, we'll be able to come back maybe a century later and reign supreme.
Even stronger than before.
That'd be great.
Here's a picture.
Whoa, calm down. What will your rule? What will your regime be? Like, what should I be looking out for?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not really serious or anything.
Yeah, just brainstorming.
I mean, we've already got Alpha Club, so.
Yeah, frozen up. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. This is really hard. So I 3D printed a character so that I can have a reference to draw. I think I'm not going to be able to use it for that. It's
I have a friend who 3D prints things. His name's Austin Jaminski.
Mensky. Yeah.
What's he like to print?
Oh,
Sorry,
this is the printing. Your Joy-Con.
It's not very appropriate.
Huh?
It's not very appropriate.
No. What were you saying about Joy-Cons?
You said it was the orange PLA, right?
It was what?
The PLA you're using is orange for the Joy-Con grip.
Yes.
What color are your Joy-Cons?
They are not orange. I have the black. I have the gray one. Sorry, and the red and blue one. And I broke. Ooh.
I like tearing apart the Joy-Cons just to see how fast I can get them taken apart and put back together. I feel like they're one of the more advanced pieces of tech Nintendo put out, and it's a good challenge. Gabe knows this as well. He actually autographed his Joy-Con cards so that in the future, when they're recovered, someone else will give up.
Anything I open up,
It's pretty cool. I kind of like that. I'm pretty scared. I'm usually quite scared to open things up. I need to get better at it.
I only feel comfortable with Nintendo stuff, but like next gen, like if it was like an Xbox controller, I'd never do it. Like,
If I can open it up, I like unless it's like something really densely packed, like with micro soldering, say a cell phone. I'll take digital
yeah.
cameras, TVs, VCRs, laptops, motors, anything I can really open up. I love to check out in stores as well.
sorry, my chair is so great.
I need to do that more often. I had to do that to my printer today. That printer that's printing the Joy-Cons right now because its head, the printer head nozzle was not heating up and staying heated up. So, and in the end, I couldn't figure out what was doing it. So, could be anything. and I'm not that good at opening things up like you guys are, so I probably missed something. I had my friend there, but he didn't see anything either.
Some things are really easy and fun to mess around with. Like a
It's
game
something
with-
it's from China, so I don't know how-
That's how you know it's good.
yeah, that's the best stuff.
Hey, it's not China, it's Asian product.
Sorry, you're right.
You for that one.
Yeah, that's
What's something from America called then?
Native American. I don't know. I'm tired.
Why do people think I'm Native American?
28.
It's not 28. Yeah.
I could be taken.
He's got the boomstick, and the bayonet doesn't even go longer than the
237.
All right, we need to finish up the tier list.
But yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Sarcasm. You're on
As I
this.
anyway, I was about to say 246 grades. Yeah, you can tell how it's gonna go in the first few minutes.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, and my number one at the complete and total bottom, A Trivial Pursuit.
Oh,
It's a good
you really
board
didn't
game.
like that.
Oh yeah, I like that one actually.
It's especially jarring considering like how Twilight is like afterwards, like, no, I don't freak out anymore.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like the episode before,
I have grown. I am older. I am now much more mature. Like yesterday, you were not.
meanwhile yesterday, I'm totally willing to cheat at a trivia game.
Yep, this is
That's
worth
what
my
I
time.
heard. One time, we had trivia at our business, and there was a guy that got knocked out because someone accused him of cheating. I mean, it was wrongly accused, but that guy was knocked out by an ex-cop. It was rough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't screw around with trivia, depending on the area, that is.
I still get a chuckle out of the faces to this day, and if I might interlude, we did see a bit of freaking out in the finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was justified.
Unlike the.
But yeah, so that's my bottom three.
I think, in my opinion, Trivial Pursuit is up there for me. And definitely the Dash one. What's it called?
246
246 great.
246 great. Basically, both episodes where the characters don't match every other episode we've had so far of them.
Yeah.
Is they just feel like a new writer came on and they're like, hey, this character is supposed to be arrogant.
Yeah, and actually going to Seed is only on the list, so I'd actually have a set of three.
There was another episode of Alf where there's a trivia game being held within the family, the Tanner family.
I remember that one was a season 4 episode, so it's kind of past the hill, you know, it's downhill a little bit. But I mean, Paul Fusco put in his best that era, even despite everything. So I think that one was, kind of memorable. I mean, how many?
I thought it was solid.
A trivia-based episode.
Trivia is kind of, I don't know.
There's also
it
an
could be-
Aqua Teen episode based off of trivia.
Right.
Trivia could be hit or miss. You know what I mean? Episodes like that where it's a game show or something.
It's kind of a trope. And the
Yeah.
trope is always that the team you're supposed to root for always loses every time.
Yeah. It's in Gravity Falls. It was in. Yeah. Oh,
I don't know
spoiler!
about that.
Crap.
But
Sorry.
speaking of Gravity Falls, didn't that guy, Alex Hirsch, is that his name? The creator?
Oh, Alex Hirsch, yeah.
Isn't he buddies with Justin Roiland?
Yes, very much so.
Oh, another Gravity's Falls thing. I only thing I know about it is it wasn't Louis C.K. in one episode, and then they removed him.
Really?
Is that true?
That is actually true.
For real?
That is real, actually.
They removed him after.
Yeah, after the whole scandal where he did that thing.
He did the thing.
He did the one thing.
He did the no.
That thing he did.
I don't even know. I
A
forgot
lot
what
of
he did.
comedians. Speaking of that, a lot of comedians end up doing some sort of heinous, like crime.
Like Eric
Even though they stop being funny.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone does that in their life at some point, and they're just public. So
Yeah, I mean, who could blame Louis C.K. for
there he
what he
is.
did?
I don't even know what he did, but in general,
I mean, it
What
was
did he
probably
do?
right. Yeah, that's him right there.
You,
Oh, what did he do?
you look it up, you get Louis C.K. Gravity Falls. It's just this.
really.
Yeah, it's. It must have been the Weird Mageddon.
Oh, that was my favorite one.
I never watched it. I haven't heard of it.
I like the part with like the all-seeing eye. That was
Yes.
super epic memes times, and like you could do edit into like Illuminati X-Files theme, and it's like they're really funny.
But we can't go too deep because we haven't watched. Well, they haven't watched it. Sarcasm into Alex. We don't
I
want to
haven't
spoil
seen
it
a
for them.
single episode of that show.
You haven't either,
No, I have not.
It was,
dude.
made
It
me
is
feel like I was
so worth it. It is such a good show.
I loved it.
I'm more of a Lost sort of viewer.
Lost.
I like watching Lost.
Too many episodes for that for me. Though.
What do you mean by that? What type of show is that?
That's the name of the show.
I know. I mean, like what type is it? Kind of like what?
It's like a. I guess you'd say like a drama.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I'd say Gravity Falls is a drama, sort of. It's not like a stereotypical drama. It's more.
You're talking about shipwreck
What?
or plane wreck.
The plane wreck, yeah.
Plane wreck.
I just know that it ended weird, and everyone was angry.
Oh yeah, that's the. That's,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, don't. I will leave if you spoil Lost. I've not finished it.
Okay. I don't think I can spoil it because I don't even know what it is. like
6 feet away. She sneezed on me.
look at this, guys. Usually I can barely finish one drawing. We are raffling them off. We're
That's
into
nice.
we're like we've done like 5 in like what 30 minutes. Already what? Oh, okay, 9. I do, and then remember the last one I did.
You were technically storyboarding though.
I'm storyboarding. That's the joke. Is that none of them are good. By the way, I'll show you the storyboard. Like, this is the storyboard we got so far. We got a guy, got a chair. By the way, like right here is the video, what it would look like. So you got a chair, guy. It'll have a guy walking over to the chair, pulling it up. Guy sits down, starts writing in the book, and it pans in on this inkwell, and then we're in the inkwell, and you can see like a ship battle. And it's writing the Declaration of Independence out. There's a group of people, flashes over to
Declaration
the law.
like the United States.
Yeah.
Kind of like bit insensitive, like with virtue signaling and everything.
Huh?
Well, I mean, this is not really a place to get into politics, right? This is like.
Oh, I'm not in politics. It's just.
We got to keep it.
Yeah.
For everyone, right? Get the best demographic.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not talking about just the Declaration of Independence. Yeah, it's just a document.
A lot of people is more than a document.
That's true. Yeah, it's a big document. Anyways, Gravity. Okay, Alex, did you go over your least favorite? You kind of have the same ones, didn't you?
I only mentioned two. I only mentioned 2, 4, 6, or 8 was the big stinker on my list.
Okay.
The rest, honestly, I don't think are too much low points, though I can understand some of them.
Oh, okay.
Some of them do. Some of them might not be for everyone.
I think a lot of episodes had low points, but weren't that bad overall. Maybe is a good point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like the cockatrice one where it's like it kind of doesn't make sense. There's kind of that loophole where it's like you could have just gone to that first place, and it's like okay, maybe they're just being dumb. So it's it's just here and there. There's little things, but you kind of have to overlook those when you're watching Funny. That's why I don't. Really
Funny you should mention that episode.
Funny you should mention that.
Oh, are they that far in their rewatch?
I can tell you my favorite episode overall.
Go for it.
I only know one scene in it where there was a cameo. There's a Big Lebowski cameo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Surprised they did that.
Who?
You know the movie The Big Lebowski?
Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Everyone's like, oh.
Those ponies actually speak in the 100th episode.
Yeah, they actually get through.
Wow.
And they sound like the ones from the movie, so.
That's awesome.
And I think they're in another episode, aren't they? They make like 4 appearances after that.
I have not seen that. I only know that they like showed up as like art.
Yeah, they're a joke. They're a joke in the other episodes as well. Mainly just there for the fans because it's like, hey, look, you remember these characters? They're still here.
I don't really remember. To be honest, I don't remember much. The show.
I don't know how I feel about
I only know.
characters just as a punchline. I can see it when in like a live action show when they have actors that can be replaced, non-reusable actors, just for a small contract. But in an animated show, especially one that seems like cult following, you have to be really careful when you create something because people are going to remember that, I assume. You have to put a purpose and forethought into each implementation in a episode.
I think a lot of times they just shove them in the background and you just don't notice them. Okay.
Yeah, the animators just love shoving references everywhere.
Yeah. There's like a Rick and Morty pony at one point in the background.
Oh, that's so cool. I actually really like Rick and Morty. I'm very pumped for season 4.
Oh, yeah.
I really like Rick and Morty, and I watch it with him sometimes.
A virus has been detected. Please click the link below to delete virus.
What was that?
I clicked on it.
What?
What was that?
I don't know. Gabe, what was that?
Oh gosh.
Okay, I need you guys' help. What are those
Okay, go
tables
ahead.
called?
What table?
What are those tables that are like? Okay, so engineers before they had CAD, they had these big tables with like they had like arms, like giant metal arms, and they had rulers on the arms, and they were used to draw lines really straight.
And like for engineers?
Yeah, it was an
I
engineering
think it was
thing.
called a VATS table.
Max table?
No, VATS table.
VATS?
Yeah,
VATS.
I'm pretty confident that's
Like, how's it spelled? Can you just put it in the chat? Okay. I'll do the dots. Maybe that'll help. A dot t dot s table maybe table.
I could be wrong, but that sounds right.
I've heard.
Getting a bunch of like graphs, like just graphs. That's
V period, A period, T period, S period.
yeah.
Google.
Yeah, I'm using Google.
It kind
You
of
should use DuckDuckGo. It's much more
yeah,
reliable.
DuckDuckGo doesn't steal your information, which is very important when you deal in the kind of.
Yeah, I think my information got stolen. I'm using Interact.
You better not be using a filthy Mac this time, Gabe. I told you to get off that.
No, I'm
Get off that.
I'm using Internet Explorer.exe on my Mac.
Yeah, I'll just draw it from memory.
30 EXEs. I don't know.
Oh, it's in the War Thunder trailer.
My screen's telling me I have to give like $1,000.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah, okay.
Congratulations, you might make some money back, right?
It's pause. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, they got like special channels on top and bottom of the. Oh, jeez, those are complicated.
The screen went black again.
I don't know what to tell you, but I mean, I don't know.
They look like this. They're like.
Get off and on again. Dude, you can't be black screening on us right now. This is very important.
I don't know what to do.
We already talked about this before this started.
We got a math bro in here.
Use
I mean, Alex is on a Mac, I think. So
That's not right.
it's not right.
It's kind of weak.
Just kind of weak.
Cut my finger.
Sorry, Alex.
You need to dip it in colloidal silver right now.
They put in what?
Colloidal silver.
Oh yeah.
Cast it into the fire. You gotta get a new finger.
It's like a between two fingers. So,
Did you ever have your like dad go like, "Oh, we gotta amputate"?
yeah, my
Well,
Between your fingers. It's not on your
I
fingers.
did-
Between your
I
fingers.
lost
My grandpa
my
used to
pinky
do
toe
all
with
the
a
time
shovel,
until
though.
he really had
You
to.
might have to replace the whole hand.
well,
I had a-
I'm missing a pinky toe because Dad cut it off with a shovel.
I had a great grandpa who apparently broke every bone in his body at least once.
At the same
Which-
time.
At least no, at least once, like separately. And you're like, what about his? But there's bones in the ears, and he's like, yeah, he apparently broke the bones in his ears at one point.
Wait, what about like his skull?
Did he hear it?
Like,
He broke his skull a couple times.
Crack our skull.
Like if it's
You can crack it, yeah, you can crack it and not die. He broke parts of his back, which is like parts of your neck technically, because it's the same thing there.
The guy
He broke his arms like 4 times, like each time. He broke his arms at the same time a couple times as well. And then apparently he got buried alive at one point. Like they were digging.
did he you ever break his amogus?
Which one is that?
It's near the thighs.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. Oh, is that the big one? Like the? No, that's a.
It's
pelvis.
big.
There was one.
Amogus.
There was like a back one. There was like a one near his hip or whatever that he broke, and they said he'd never walk again. So he just went home and made a cast out of cement, and then just wore it for 8 months, and then he's like, "No, screw you," and he kept walking afterwards. He's just like, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking that for an answer."
like being buried like unintentionally.
Yeah. So they were digging in French. They were digging in French, and they like apparently like a digger didn't see him, and it just dumped like a couple loads on him, and like they didn't realize for a while. It's like, what the heck?
I think I met someone with a kink for that one time.
Oh.
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 Comic-Con. They had like a whole booth set up for that kind of weird stuff.
Oh, okay.
Actually, we go to Comic-Con occasionally, and we bring the old sign and the dance and the accordion. We do the whole thing, you know. But it was pretty solid.
It was alright, just give it to people,
Yeah, shout out to my guy, the real Monster D.
Real Monster D, yes.
Hey, do we have any viewers?
I'm a viewer.
Usually it fluctuates. I'm a viewer.
I mean, I'm watching on YouTube
Yeah.
with the Alpha account.
A lot of times people watch it afterwards too, I noticed.
Well,
Once it's
That's good.
uploaded.
We'll be getting. I'll definitely make sure that the Alpha demographic. If you want, you could tag the video Alpha, and Mike Ray can start people looking for us. But I can assure you that our initial followers will definitely be able to find us.
Okay, awesome.
So anyone, if we didn't mention you, anyone associated with Alpha Club, thanks if you have made it this far. I know this probably isn't very close to normal style of video, but I appreciate if there is anyone out there.
We're also kind of working out what we're doing as we go, because we've had a lot of technical difficulties and people going in and out and connection problems. You get that when you got a big group like this. But also that's me doing it because I didn't come for a while. Oh, there's like a usually lamps. What should the guy be diagramming? You guys can choose. What should the engineer be working on?
How about a monument for Alf? Like a big 50-foot monument, like made of solid brass in Denver, Colorado. I was there once, and I feel like it lacked statues. And I feel like. Is that you, Theo?
It's Gabe.
Gabe, I told you. You need to actually get up and go to the bathroom.
So, it's not what that was. You should have heard it. What he said? He said, Gabe, I told you to get up and go to the bathroom.
I think I heard a can opening or something. I think I heard a soda can opening or something.
It's fucking ranch.
Yeah, that's what it was. We'll go with that.
In there.
Are you serious?
No, stagnant water from cave though.
You can breathe that in, dude.
Whole black light bulb in here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey! Don't, no, you pretend. Dude, you're rancid. I gotta put this away.
I've never diagrammed an abstract thing before.
Dave, I told you to go to the
I suppose we should move on to honorable mentions.
Oh my god!
Alright, we were doing the tier list, right?
Colin?
We haven't even finished that.
Colin?
Huh?
Are you still there?
Yeah?
I suppose we should move on to honorable mentions.
Yeah. I decided to cut on the top list to just the top 3, so I had to shift 2 more into the honorable mention slot.
Go ahead.
So for honorable mentions, we have Student Council. Fun look at some of the secondary characters with quite a few good lines from Mod. It's, between dark and dawn. The sisters get a nice episode to themselves. Some people have been asking for something like that for a while now.
Yeah,
And
like season
Sparkles, and Sparkles 7, a nice all-together group episode, and the plot twist at the end, amazing.
That's actually what I have listed on one of my tops, mostly because it's the 200th episode.
That's fair.
This twist.
So for number 3, I have the Summer Sunset back.
Ah.
Oh,
That's a
yes,
pretty good
one of the big plot setups.
Yeah, it's distracting the good guys. The bad guys have to sneak in, and Also, I give it it's for that bit of the background music near the end. That was really good music. For number 2, I was kind of split, but I put The Last Problem.
Huh.
Like, how should I put it? It gave a satisfying conclusion to the series, while still also just hitting me in the feels.
Punching you right there.
I was
Punching
I was honestly putting all three episodes at the top just for how
Yeah,
satisfactory.
I was debating whether or not to do that, because technically it is like 2 separate episodes. So
Just for how
Three.
satisfactory it felt in its entirety.
fair enough. We could put the ending of the end as an honorable number 2, and number 1, Frenemies.
Amphetamines?
frenemies, really?
That's the exact name of an episode from Alf season 5.
There isn't a season 5.
Actually,
You're joking, dude. Don't mess with me.
yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, but yeah, the dynamic between like the 3 villains in that episode is like great, and the musical number was good. Yeah,
That did turn.
Ow.
I'll admit that did turn out a pretty. I'll admit that did turn out to be pretty likable for the time.
That led me to believe that they might get redeemed, and so I don't know.
yeah. If only it wasn't for Chrysalis.
Don't.
Dude, Chris, wait, was Crystal in season 9?
Oh yeah, she's got a large presence.
Yeah. Season 9, I pulled a Smash Brothers. Everyone is here.
Ah, that's like Smash Brothers. That's where I did the thing.
You especially need to watch the movie. There are some characters you might not get.
I was actually traveling for a funeral when I saw that said everything is here, and I was like, Snake? And it actually helped me forget about the funeral for a little bit. That was my uncle. If you were wondering.
I feel it was super endgames-y. Like they entered through a portal, like Thanos did, and then like all of the characters come out on the hill, and it's like.
You see where we're at? We're kind of like in the in the lesser advantaged area. A lot of I guess you call it ghetto. Most people don't actually have DVD or Blu-ray, but Alpha Club has the hookup. So what we did was I actually got a copy of Endgame and I put it on a whole bunch of VHS tapes, taped over like random movies, and I actually sent them to our local Salvation Army, and they were kind of like under the radar, under the table, handing out like Endgame tapes.
Yo.
And our videos, like we actually fit a few of our videos, so people like the lesser advantaged people in our society are able to enjoy like the newer movies, even if they can't really like go to the theaters or even like watch the DVD.
Yeah, but movies.
Huh?
You shouldn't bootleg movies.
I didn't hear that.
You should bootleg movies, though. Wait, I gotta plug in my.
I bet we could make the podcast go long enough that the Switch controllers will be done. So
I've never had a Joy-Con die.
Yeah, let's not try to go too long, because, well, I'm in a hotel room, so I can only do this for so long before I have to move to the bathroom.
I was at this hotel that was really expensive, but they didn't have any railings in the restrooms for the lesser advantaged people, like people with disabilities.
That's illegal, right?
And I've been to like red roofs and really low end hotels and motels, and they have like easy handicap access, and this big fancy hotel which like rock stars go to and stuff, like actual when they didn't have
That's
any
unfortunate.
actual restrooms. And I
Maybe they're trying to make a statement.
That sucks.
yeah, it was also the door is this really loud. It's actually a door made of like a huge guitar case material, and it slides, and it's so loud because it echoes in the hallway, and like everyone, like I was with my friends, and like we would all be like, "Yo, Ace is using the restroom. Isn't that so funny?" And I would be embarrassed because it would be like really late, and I'd have to go to the restroom. They'd know.
I think the only worst
Yeah.
hotel, I think the only worst hotels I could probably mention were one in Montana where there's a where there's a diner connected with. They apparently keep their They apparently don't have any pest control. And then there was another one further south, actually, which we ended up getting a smoking room. You won't believe the stench.
It smelled like smoke, right?
I've never liked cigarette smoke that much. I don't know. Some people really like this stuff. Never.
I
I
think
think it smells like
cigarettes
cigarettes.
contain a lot of beryllium and gallium. Well, not gallium. They contain a lot of mercury. And that's just no good for the environment. I mean, you could
There's
ask.
augmented lithium fragments.
Yeah, the lithium fragment.
Yeah, I can't stand the smell either.
We vape instead. Chris is a bit against it, and he'll get on our backs about it. But I personally feel like vaping is a much more friendly alternative. And you can have like mint, and there's this one vape
It's the
store
flavor that matters.
that we roll up in occasionally. It's called the Vape House, but we call it the Mario House because there's this one guy we thought looked like Mario. We went there one time, and
You call him Dr. Mario.
oh yeah, Dr. Mario. He hooks us up, but sometimes we just like to like go in and like take a whip like what the customers are trying. There's, like, they don't have any alcohol.
We always have to make the joke that Dr. Mario recommends vaping. Exactly. Can you turn that off?
Minecraft?
That's not what that is.
It's just Minecraft.
Oh, okay, sure. Fine.
So other episodes that weren't mentioned that I put on my tops list. One of them was The Last Laugh.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Yep, fair enough.
Lots of lasts. I just realized. It's like the last laugh, the final problem. It's like for the obvious reasons, but sad times.
Medicine. So that's what they say.
My doctor told me that laughter is one of the worst medicines out there.
It makes you weak.
It makes you weak.
Anyways, if you enjoyed Weird Al Yankovic the first time around, you'll enjoy him this last time around.
Does make a return, which I was not expecting.
Who?
Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh shit. Well, he's up for everything, right?
He basically does. He's in Gravity Falls.
He's in back at the barnyard.
Yeah, that's
He is.
I'm watching the clip right now.
Oh, you are?
And you know the cow has like udders, so we must. Oh, you linked the video?
I did. I've been watching it on loop for the past 3 hours.
Yes, I love Weird Al. I remember this episode. I remember watching this. Weird Al is
I'm for like bad.
role model for me.
Visionary.
I mean, being an accordionist myself, I have to resonate with such a powerful entity at all times.
He's such a.
No, Ace is turning into Weird Al every day.
Every day I get closer to becoming a gamer god like him. Yeah, I recommend you put it on loop, leave it on the background, and kind of like it does.
Eat it up.
You don't have to have any sound, but just like a little bit.
You can put it on 44p.
Is there 4K option?
There's subtitles, English. Speed it up all the way.
Quit biting my nails, they get stuck in my throat. Cough.
He's a horse, dude.
Yeah.
Is he a horse?
He just pulled off his face.
Get it.
And any piece of media.
I mean, we are talking about horses. broadly
Yes,
speaking. Never been a really horse person, even though I like this show.
Speaking of horses in the groom, I thought you said I'd suck them.
We had chickens and everything.
Well, no, I have a friend from
You
previous
used to live in a pretty rural area.
hearing that he got kicked by a horse and he like his horse was and he died.
And expect you had horses in the
He
city.
told me. So I kind of.
You don't know that. Maybe they thought that I had horses in the city.
We're not really into.
There are 4 horses in this room as we speak.
You know, when we travel to like Pennsylvania,
They're
we see
small.
a lot of horses drawn carriages. Remember that?
This
The guys in the Amish guys in the plain outports.
they got Amish there. I mean, they got Amish everywhere.
You have no idea. I mean, the population there, you run in, and it's not like a spectacle or anything. They're just people going about their lives. I mean, they're a little bit slow, and they may not be able to play Sonic and Knuckles, but at the same time, you gotta respect the fact that they live their lives without electricity. At least
You can't hold it against them.
I mean, there are some people that they'll use cars, not electricity. But to not be able to wear anything you want, having to wear the dress and the suit at all times, I don't think I could do that, even if my religion kind
Yeah, some religions.
Theo's phone just died.
I heard him say that.
Who?
Big Al, he I think someone like hacked it
Out, but he's still in the stream, so if he
I'm back.
screams, scream Theo.
I'm here. Hey.
Dude, this scene's gonna be hard to animate. This scene has like a lot of script behind it. It's like a paragraph. Well, I mean, it's like 4 sentences, and that means the screen is gonna have to be on screen for a very long time. So it's gonna be long. By the way, I made that. Did you see the animation I made of a guy walking down a hall? You guys there?
Yeah, we'll
I'm
be
here.
here.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay. I was like, I just said something and then no one said anything. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wait. Can you repeat what you said? I didn't hear you.
I was. Did you guys see the animation I made of the guy walking down the hall?
Oh no, I missed that.
It's very simple. I could probably, I could play it real fast.
Sure.
It's like 5 seconds. So it's 5 seconds long, right?
Mhm.
And it took about 4 hours.
Mm.
So.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Let me get
Are
it.
you familiar with Flipnote Studio?
I'm not really. Is it kind of like this?
Well, it was an animation software on the DSi when it came out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry, I had to drop what I was doing there. The mail came. You see, in where I'm at, all the mail for all the residences like in one place. And I wait like really early, right for the mail to come, because I'm quite terrified that with the things I'm ordering here, being here, I like to take the opportunity to order things that you can't really get easily. Here, you can you can go to stores and say like pay and then have it delivered to you later. And
Yeah.
I don't want the other people living next to me to kind of see what I've been ordering, so I make sure that I get up and like drop everything I'm doing so that I get it for everyone else, because it's all shared. Like a little locker thing.
Here, just people might steal your stuff, so you just gotta get it fast.
Well, I feel like in Japan,
It's like you just.
respect like your privacy, and I mean, there's security cameras everywhere, but it's more just like I want to make people at least respect me for now.
Yeah, it's just people don't even care what's in your stuff here. They'll just take it just to sell it somewhere else.
I had a action figure stolen. I was really bummed about it because it was gonna go on my shelf, and
No.
I ordered it from. They never got back to me about replacing it.
No.
I mean, honestly, it's not the kind of thing that I really would want anyone to see. Like, sure, I mean, back when I was a bit naive.
I had my Alpha
like,
64
having
cartridge
this-
stolen once, but I had it.
Ah,
I got it retrieved.
you got it retrieved?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we
Nice.
have it. HP.
Yeah. It's the one we have.
I forgot about that. The one, like, you got it back?
How can you forget?
Yeah. Well, the one we have at Alpha HQ is the one that I've had since childhood.
Yeah. I can't believe that.
It was stolen when I was 11, but I knew who did it, so it wasn't hard to get that.
An eye for an eye, right? An eye for an eye.
I feel like have you seen that? I mean, have you seen that? This the YouTube video where the guy makes like a trap package.
Yeah, the glitter bomb.
Yeah,
He's
I wanted to do that.
Isn't he?
Yeah, I mean you can make a simple one.
Are you guys familiar with Alpha 64?
I don't think so.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it isn't really like something you can play readily. It's a Japan exclusive. It's for the
No.
or disk drive. Very uncommon.
Well,
That would do it.
It's like it's something that we kind of have to protect. We're keeping it under wraps. I guess I'm not too worried about info leaking from here, so I could talk to you guys about it. But I mean, if it got onto our main channel, it would be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, we're building up a video for it.
It's gotta be a good
T-shirts.
year or so before that the setup pays off, though, right?
There's also an Alpha arcade game we're looking into.
The arcade one and the Genesis sequel.
Oh yeah.
But
As if it needed a sequel. I mean, it's already great.
I have. Oh wow, it doesn't work. I'm sorry, my chair is so free.
I would
I had
consider
it.
Alpha 64 to be one of the greatest 64 platformers of the generation.
Open world, right? So like,
Yeah.
very revolutionary.
Very,
I mean,
like picture like Ocarina of Time, but like
that, and we got out.
in like an actual rural, like not rural, but like urban city.
Yeah.
There's not as much fighting though. It's mostly just dialogue
Oh, okay.
and like mini games sort of stuff. It's great.
Is my cat meowing?
Yeah. Yes.
It's Felix, I'm pretty sure.
Felix, open the door.
I have a cat, and his name is Calvin, and he was near death, and I almost let him die when I found him. He was just a kitten, but I decided to take him in despite my parents.
I have a cat. It's not with me. I'm at Gabe's house right now.
Markiplier.
Its name is Spent Salary.
Salary?
Felix.
Spent Salary, yeah.
What about Grimlow?
Who speaks Felix
Yeah,
Markiplier?
Grandma's are my mom's.
Oh.
Why are you so loud, buddy? He doesn't like that.
But Calvin, he kind of knows that I saved his life, so like he doesn't really have a high tolerance for anyone. I understand like cats being attached to their owner, but it isn't like an attachment. More, he doesn't do anything.
He's very loud and he purrs really
He's
loud.
never attacked me or anything. Like he'll attack.
It's a
me.
hardy cat.
Claws.
Oh, he makes that sound too.
It's kind of like an understanding at like a spiritual level.
Hardy. Hardies.
My cat just meows at me to get food.
He's been getting wet food recently, and he cooped up an entire can in my bedroom, and I'm kind of upset about that. So I've been.
You're a Jehovah's Witness. You're a Jehovah's
Cleaned it up. It's
Witness.
been in my room for a little while now.
Oh
I'm
man.
clean up before I leave, though.
Yeah, well, okay. Felix Jehovah's Witness.
No, it's
Felix.
Markiplier.
No, it's not.
Jehovah's
Stop.
Witness.
That's too much.
That's just his name.
I like how two of you have the same profile picture on Discord.
No, they're actually
Beat you
different.
up right now.
Or are they slightly different?
They are. See if you can spell the
One's
difference.
a JPEG, one's a
What?
PNG.
What?
What is
There are profile pictures. They're different. They're slightly different. So Felix,
You won't stop screaming.
He won't stop screaming. That's me in the morning. He won't stop screaming.
You ever just like have a really important deadline and you make your alarm like your Skype ringtone or something, and you have like that internal desire to answer it because you think you're gonna hear something from your friends. And
I only use the WarioWare alarm clock, so I don't have that issue.
Wait, that battery does not work unless it's plugged in. I need to replace that. I mean, I have a couple 3DSs, but I only have one with me.
I can hear his purring.
Yeah,
He's
he's
like
loud.
he's like 16 feet away though. He's just that loud.
You could probably qualify for like the world record loudest purring. Wasn't it like?
No, it's like 68 decibels.
Oh, 60.
Well, if they hold a microphone up to his head, it's gonna be 68 decibels. It's not that loud. It's like 16 levels.
Where's it come out?
No, it was 68 decibels.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because remember whenever we argued, you were like, 67 was the previous record, now it's 68, and you're like, that's not even.
No,
Where did
no, what it was exactly the same, but it was like by points.
It was like 67 point something, and then it was like 68.
Where did the cat's
you're
purr
right, it is
come out?
67.7.
Yeah. Yeah, it was literally 67.6. And then 67.7 is the record for loudest purr.
Where does it come out of her?
The fur comes out of the end of the tail.
I knew it.
That's kind of why they have them, so they can like distribute the
They're
signal
like antennas.
for like other cats to see.
They're connected to the government. I know.
Yeah.
It's like sonar, but different.
Yeah.
That's how they keep tabs on them.
One after sonar.
Hey, can you, are there any Skittles left?
They like ping. You know.
Throw me one.
That's how they ping the government.
It's like a frequency you can't hear, but what you can do is, to prevent that, you can get like one of those Guido killing ultrasonic
Is
things.
it
I
the
have
sweet
a
corn
red one.
popcorn?
Can I tell
Yeah,
them
this is the
now
brand
it's
new
like two. I
Oh
have
my
like
God.
in every room.
Dude, give me that
Just
instead.
mosquitoes.
You want the sweet
mice,
corn
but-
popcorn?
I want a little bit.
the signal
You want the stale
and-
spot?
I don't care, it's the taste that matters.
At least that's what I think.
Can you interrupt their signal?
I've tested it with like sound checking and stuff, and it looks like it cancels it out.
Okay. Because, I don't want them spying on me.
Although, like the ringing, when I'm there, like I mean, you guys know this too, but like the ringing, it hurts like at night after you like head home from like the high pitch because like we have higher trained ears and stuff, so that we can notice like what isn't supposed to be heard.
Oh my God.
I mean, we spend so much time around it that it's kind of not a problem. Gabe has the issue with like not hearing very well sometimes, and I think that's why maybe he doesn't clean his ears enough. Ears like once every other day, just to be sure. Feels good.
Dude, I clean my ears every day.
With the what?
The Q-tips, even though you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I know. It says it on the box, you're not supposed to.
Yeah, I'm a rule breaker.
You need one pick, and as long as you don't lose it,
Apparently
you can
this
use
is
that
a
for the
YouTube
rest of
ad.
the day.
I just lose it in my ear.
Yeah.
Oh no, where'd it go? It's like it's massive. I stick it down my ear and I can't find it. That would be really concerning. I go to the hospital immediately for that. I'm
Trying to
spending so long on this ship right here. It's a highly detailed ship.
trying to get back on topic. There's another thing. There's
Wait,
one more thing I want to mention.
okay, go ahead.
There's one more thing I want to mention from my tops list. Rainbow Road Trip.
Okay.
Really?
Rainbow Road?
Yeah, it's a good game.
Oh yeah.
Is it a possible connection?
No, sadly there were no carts. There was a mechanic, so maybe implying machines. But it was like animated in the movies theme. which
It
is
felt
kind
more
of
like
weird.
it felt more like a combination of backgrounds you could tell from the show and the characters you could tell were movie style.
Yeah, it was weird. It was kind of like they like half did it normally and half did it new.
That too looked really good.
The thing the story was different. It felt very different. Like the characters, how they were written. Oh! I dropped my galleon. He survived, but barely. I dropped him. I feel so bad. He survived.
Have you guys ever had a sweet corn flavored pop?
It's poured.
Sweet corn flavored what?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Popcorn tastes like corn in the cup.
What?
I'll need to take another look at the Trails End menu.
I've never heard of that stuff. What's it? Is it good?
Well, it's good, but the taste does not go away for a long time.
You gotta like the taste, or you're stuck with it.
It just stole Phoebe.
Speaking of aftertaste, have you ever had the Post's brand Sour Patch Kids cereal?
What? No.
You see, we did a little comparison video between like products that aren't supposed to be what they are. We also compared it with the Pizza Hut's Cheez-It pizzas, and we did a little head-to-head thing, double feature basically.
Can't do that.
And with the Cheez-It pizzas, they were pretty cheesy, pretty creamy, good with ketchup, I have to say.
Jesus.
But the Sour Patch Kids, we felt they weren't good. We ran out of milk, so we used lemon juice instead because we figured that was the next best thing. So
Lemon juice?
we just took like a family-size box of that, and we threw it in a mixing bowl, and we filled it up with like a half gallon of lemon juice, and we just all four of us. That's the three of us and also Chris. We all just ate out of it, and we didn't like it very much. So
Probably not. No.
It was okay, I think. But Theo is a bit of a disagree guy here. You know, disagreeing and stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, you could talk all you want about your pizzas, but we all know which one won in that battle.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah, we know.
I'm spending so much time on this drawing, and it's not gonna even matter. I don't know why I'm doing it. We got a galleon in the water.
Is it a galleon?
Kind of is. It's kind of like a battleship, but I didn't put the cannons on it. It's like a transport ship, like a massive one. I don't think they ever made transport ships this big in like the 1700s. I don't even know. I'm just kind of making up stuff.
I have a lot of items from like the 1700s.
I prefer the sloop.
Like curlings with like chairs and stuff. I enjoy finding like very old objects that are handmade, seeing how far they can date back.
The U.S. sadly doesn't have that much old stuff because it's not that old of a country.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard. Yeah, anything like that's 200 years old is like, oh my gosh.
We have
Whereas, like,
the Indian burial site as a museum, and we'll visit there and like tune for ghosts occasionally, see if we can contact them. But there's a lot of really neat artifacts from the Native Americans locally.
I guess yeah, you can do that too.
That is probably the best place, and it's local.
Yes.
And of course, there's the whole concept of making sure that modern forms of obsolete media and other things don't fall out to like obscurity. Floppies and VHS and stuff. We're very big supporters for like old pieces of media or electronics and trying to repurpose them.
Tech and things. Yeah.
Maybe it's just because we don't have a very good spending budget.
You save money, right?
Yeah, I mean,
some money.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe not actually. It depends. Tech is one of those things. My dad made a good point about it. He's like, he knew somebody where he was like, I've always wanted a $3,000 PC because he's like, whatever PC I want, even if it's a new one, it will be 700 or $3,000. So like, like back in the 80s, like whatever PC back then, it was like $3,000. But now the newest one, like the GTX, yeah, 1090 they're working on
I
now.
wonder if I say echo, it'll echo. Echo. And it did echo. And that echo.
There's a big echo.
Don't laugh.
Mic on.
The mic's been off. For like 20 minutes. That's great.
Anyone else getting an echo?
I think everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario. Hey, I could like double the amount of Super Marios per second. That's a pretty good ratio.
You'd be like, ow! I was trying to, I hit
Why
my,
not?
I smacked my table and then said ow, and it was timed it correctly. You can hit yourself. You seen that like Snapchat filter where it like duplicates you over and over and over? Scene 12. Oh my gosh. Who touched my gun? That's a good meet the heavy.
Good night, everybody.
Make your microphone okay?
I think that's Gabe's mic.
Yeah,
I'm having mic issues. It's like been turning on.
Like try
You don't say.
to do it. Maybe there's dirt stuck in it.
I'm sorry if it's like. I'm gonna go to the settings.
That mic is fixed.
Oh my gosh, this is drawing this out is making me more and more regretting choosing this such a long script. Because I'm going to be animating for days.
That's a good challenge. I mean,
Yeah.
higher time. And figure out what your threshold is.
Thing is, Huh?
Gabe, it's starting to sound better.
Hello? Hello?
Is it?
Seems to be better now.
That Twitch notification noise was like, hello?
Hello there. Epic, Mario.
Hello? It's me.
You ever play play that one game on the Game Boy. It's like Wario. It's like Mario's evil twin or something funny like that. And it has some like jams and they're like voice clips in instrumental songs. And I feel like that's something that we don't see enough. We'll have songs with lyrics on the radio, but we don't have enough instrumental songs with like random like phrases thrown in.
Oh, like mashing sounds?
Yeah, more like sampling. I feel like
Yeah, okay, that's a better way of putting it.
say like you could just.
What's your favorite song from that Wario game, Asa?
Which game?
The game we're talking about.
Mario?
Wario.
Oh.
Yeah, the Mario one.
Which? Oh, is that the fifth one?
The one you were just talking about.
Yeah. Is it this one?
Yeah, that one.
That one's pretty
Are
fun.
are you playing that?
Yeah, it's my Zurna. It's like an Indian instrument.
Ooh.
Wait, play your actual piano.
What?
Play your like real piano.
Hold on, my audio's all messed up. Say that one more time.
Play your actual piano.
Oh, yeah. I need to get it out. Actually, it's like buried in a whole bunch of traveling equipment right now.
My audio working?
No. I can't hear you.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, that works.
I like how it's like a constant stream of us fixing our stuff. It's like
Is that good?
technical issues to podcast.
Yeah, that's good, Asa.
Band.
Right.
Mike is gonna die. Oh my god.
Cutting out for me.
Yeah.
Great there.
It's. I think it's Discord not thinking it's speech.
Yeah. This corn is bad.
Stale?
No, it's just that the taste is overwhelming.
Yeah, okay, don't ever eat this in a small room. The room will smell like corn. Forever.
Is that funny song?
Stop sneezing!
Yeah, it's great.
That was a beautiful
I
thing.
did a little bit of improvisation there. I haven't actually tried to count the improvisation part.
Sorry to say, we're gonna have to ban you. Just too bad. He's in Smash now.
Oh yeah, that's
He
right.
was in Smash.
That is like my favorite. Meat Gunner is my favorite character in that game, and I'm not crazy about Undertale, but I mean the fact that it's kind of like an Earthbound reference is nice. Getting like another mother character, mother representative. Because I mean we're never gonna get Nintendo.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
We're gonna get like Doom Guy or something.
Nope.
It's gonna be Doom Guy.
No.
Lord Matthew Patrick.
Shut up.
Zero.
Not worth it. It's too far.
Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah, I love Steve. I hope he gets it.
No.
Yeah.
Don't think I won't hesitate to beat the fucking shit out of you. Ah!
It's fucking 3 a.m.
We've gone off the rails.
A little wild.
There we go. That's where it's at.
That one I actually started learning today, so it's not that good yet. JoJo one. My friend was like, learn it, and I learned in like an hour. I didn't have much time to practice it.
Do you know Joe?
Yes,
I've never
sir.
watched
Is there
JoJo.
more ice now?
I don't really watch much hentai.
I mean, I didn't put more water in it.
You did or didn't?
And Doku. I made a Doku OC one time. It was kind of like cross between like a Mario character and a Naruto.
Dude, that's kind of fucking cool.
I mean, it was in my Naruto phase, so you kind of you can forgive.
Classic.
I mean,
Do you guys make OCs of your show?
Oh, us?
Yeah.
I think we did. Yeah, I made an OC for me and Sarcasm. I didn't name them. I guess it is our names normally.
Oh.
I think I have them. I can pull them up real fast.
I had a friend, Turner Schumann. He was very into the show. He had an OC, I forget what his name was.
If you go to my DeviantArt, it's pretty much all I have on there right now.
Go. You're better
So
than
you
that.
got Sarcasm Booty. It's spelled
I'm
wrong.
scared of it. What the fuck would you put in there?
I
There you
put
go.
a single drop of red color. That's it.
No! Why would you do that? I'm always scared that you fucking drug me. Dude.
No, I'm not drugging you ever.
Oh, is that the one with the infinity
Boner
gauntlet?
pills in your cereal.
I remember.
Yeah.
Scream.
The meme.
Now.
I swear, I just put a single
watching
drop
it,
of
I thought it was really epic.
Spoilers for or no.
Someone walking out, it was just like
It looks like blood when you hand it to me.
Are you okay, guys?
I was thinking of putting drops of it on my wrist and coming in with my wrist over it, like. That looks good.
Gabe, are you injured?
Gabe's not really on the mic right.
He's got a mic.
He's on the mic, but he can't hear.
Here, I'm gonna go.
Dude, whose DeviantArt page is this?
It's mine.
It's his.
I think that's my best looking one I've done so far.
Mm.
And that's why it's my profile picture. It's the only one. This one's pretty good. This one's pretty cute.
Who's that?
It's Sugar Bell. She got married to Big. Oh, sorry, spoiler.
No, say it. What happened?
She got married to Big Mac, the Applejack's brother.
Whoa.
In the canon too. That's not like a fanfic or anything. Hey, it's a key sword. Ha ha ha. Because I didn't know how to draw the Kingdom Hearts sword, so I'm just like, I'll just make a big sword. That looks like a key.
You know, that reminds me of...
There's a character that literally has a car key sword. So.
That's awesome. There you go.
Is it
Didn't even know about that.
Is it like a car key, or is it just like
It kind of looks like a house key, like a generic house key.
I noticed that with the bottom too. It reminds me of like the little part you clip onto your belt, your key rings.
Yeah, that's what I was copying. Yeah, I think it looks like my ring, or my key ring. Got Assassin Derpy.
You can always draw from real life. Get a little inspiration.
Quite epic.
Freaking throwing. That could be blood instead of wax. Maybe it's blood instead of wax. Never know.
Blood
Might.
that bright though. Like whenever I'm bleeding out of my, I bleed a lot.
Stop.
Because of the climate here. But
Oh yeah,
it
crack
usually
skin.
dries up pretty quickly. Turns darker. Darks up.
I need to just sketch more. I keep trying to draw
See
these
if you can
big.
find any
Yeah, what? Whatever should it for?
He's talking to me.
I'm talking again.
Oh, sorry.
It's cool.
I drew this in like 20 minutes because it was like the end of the year, and I'm like, wait, I should draw something.
We actually kind of our creation. I mean, our the entity Al Club has existed for decades at this point. But we really decided without this thing, we should kind of take the bull by the horns, you could say, in pony speak, and get with the younger kids. And that's what we're doing with our social media stuff. We figured we can reach a greater audience and hopefully like reach people that normally Alf wouldn't be able to reach, because right now he's gone, he's missing, we don't know where he's at. So we figured, I mean, why not? With 2019, I feel like that was the year of our introduction and building up what we stand for. But 2020 is going to be the year that we really, I think it'll be the year that we finally like get in contact with Alf.
That'd be cool.
I mean, you could talk to Theo more about that, because right now I am not really able to get in touch with Alien Productions, but he's been emailing them recently, actually. Being the copyright holders for Alf.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See, I'm gonna have to head out soon because getting kind of tired, and yeah, other people in the room, and I have less than a gig left on my mobile data.
Yeah, that's probably. We're all probably getting getting late. We did through a lot of stuff though.
I can actually see the sun outside now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Keep that thing away from me.
Leave me. Are you actually gonna try to sleep?
I don't really sleep that often. I feel like it depends on who gets in touch with me, for sure. I have a lot of work left to catch up on here before everything wraps up.
Oh.
But hopefully we'll be able to get back soon enough that we can start working on something.
What do we want to close out with? What should we close out with?
Oh, the gift.
Oh yes, the gift.
Guys, our Theo's
Oh,
game.
hey. Gift. Asa worked hard on this.
Well, I don't know if I worked hard, but I didn't realize that I didn't have anything besides.
Oh, right.
Like, I wanted something to bring to the table just as a thank you. I mean, I haven't done any art in this style, and it was very, very rushed. But I did my best just to something to show my appreciation, because I don't know. Let me see. It's
The hype is real. Should there be a drum roll?
hold on. Hold on. I need a second.
No, wait.
I need to find it. Hang on. I can't find it on my computer. I can't remember where I put it. I was very rushed with this, actually. Oh, I found it.
Got freaking 8 by it.
Well, oh shoot, that's the wrong one. That's. Hang on. Shoot.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. Where is it?
This drum roll.
Okay. I'm just about there, and bam! You can put that one up with the rest.
That's great.
Nice. Yes. Look at that. I love it. Oh. It's amazing.
I was very rushed, and I did anatomy very well. So I tried my best.
There you go. That's a beautiful thing.
That gift basically is is like me right now, pretty much.
Oh shit.
See, being like an augmented lithium fragment alpha life form, he's kind of like difficult to render with. Like, he's just a difficult character to draw without.
Yes.
Like, for our promotion between Cade and C, I had made this piece of artwork.
Oh, Theo.
What?
Which one?
Let's see. Where'd it go? This picture of Caden and I. It's
It's a good one.
Oh, it's Clyde. You remember Clyde, guys? Remember Clyde? He wouldn't let me send him any voice chats to Caden. Clyde's saying that I'm posting explicit content. I'm just trying to show him my outfit picture.
Is Clyde Caden's
Clyde's-
significant other?
No. Clyde is this bot on Discord that says
Oh,
like,
right.
it says
Right.
their
Yeah,
robo
yeah.
hamsters say that my message is explicit. I'm just trying to show him the Timmy the Tooth collab. It's not.
Sick sight.
It keeps getting pulled down by the bot. I'll send it to you, Theo. Right, and then you can send it.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, this is because kind of like Caden's mascot. Our friend Caden's mascot is Timmy the Tooth. So
Oh.
like
Ooh.
yeah, we should
Shut
like
up right
for our
now.
business partnership, we kind of did the whole Rockman and Sonic doing the whole like.
Rockman, I have him right here.
Rockman.
Oh yes, he's doing the thing.
Bob on his head.
Elf gift is
Yeah,
basically
it's
like
like,
right now.
Should I show the bottom of that? And that's. There you go.
Can you do the BLJ one? Theo, the BLJ one.
Yeah,
It's the
got it.
funniest.
Got
Right
it. Got
now.
it. Got
Right
it.
now, snap,
Got
snap.
it. I got it. I got it.
Funniest.
I got.
Yes.
I can hear it.
See, we've been practicing whole BLJ technique, trying to figure out the most optimal way to do it in real life. And while it's resulted in a little bit of like pain when we like fall, I've been practicing it, and hopefully in a future installment of our series, we'll be able to give you like a BLJ tutorial for like IRL. Can you send the Timmy the Tooth thing, Theo?
Do I have that?
I put it in our chat because it won't let me send it. I'll try it again here. Yeah, the bot keeps blocking it. I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, I made these ones.
Tuna. That's mine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so let's make a minion, but it won't let me send the Alf picture. Why?
I wrote screenplay.
Because do you have Discord Nitro?
No.
Here's the Gabe original.
Yes, inverted Jackson.
But yeah.
I have the full image somewhere.
I did a live stream and I was like, can I put Michael Jackson up invert?
Oh, this brings back memories. When we hit 30 subscribers, I use this as like a little celebratory GIF.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
that
really
reminds
cool.
me. Where is it?
What I did?
For our 17th subscriber special, I found this one image that I wanted to share with the society that we belong to. Where is it? It's really funny.
PewDiePie.
Oh my gosh.
That's not PewDiePie.
Oh, what is that?
Here it is.
That's Evan Miller.
Oh, it looks like PewDiePie.
Here you go.
For our 17th subscriber special, I sent this one. Oh, here's a really cool picture of Mario I found epic.
That is pretty good.
Okay. The
Hmm.
the 3D prints is done of
That's
these
good.
Switch controllers.
Hmm.
That's, oh, okay. I thought I broke it for a sec there. I was gonna panic. We're gonna clean her up. Go.
Yeah. Are we in the?
We're in purgatory.
You're in purgatory. Can you hear that crackling noise?
Oh, that's the best.
Uh-huh.
Good noise right there. I don't know where my mic is right now. The mic my PC is using, so I can't give you like ASMR plastic breaking.
I might be able to do something similar.
Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Is that man drinking? Ugh. Oh my gosh. I gotta. Oh my. Okay, I'm getting it. Maybe I push it through the other way. So I printed these. They're for the one-sided. They're for the one Joy-Con things. You know, so you can just have a nice grip on your Joy-Con. Oh shoot! I munched it. Oh well. Got it. Gee whiz. That was more than a little painful. Okay.
Remember when Banjo-Kazooie was announced for Smash Special, I was very excited because I grew up with those video games, and I got these screen caps from the other end. My computer doesn't render them very well though.
Just bopped.
I mean, now that the game's out, they aren't so rare to see, but before they were kind of neat to have.
So yeah, wrapping up.
Yeah, I think so.
If there's one more thing I can say about Rainbow Road Trip, aside from the, if there's one more thing I want to point out on Rainbow Road Trip, aside from the animation, I quite like the moral.
Yeah, it was pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this has been interesting on account of diversions, courtesy of our guests.
Right, hey, I'm back. Sorry.
That is our specialty. We have very short attention spans, probably because we watch a lot of Alf, and that's the only thing we really watch.
Yeah, Alpha really expanded my my mind view in there.
I would like to believe that, but I think we need to see the bigger picture here.
The bigger picture, you said?
Yeah, is Alf really bringing us to greater enlightenment, or is it bringing us down to hell?
Ooh. Get into the real questions. Tune in next week.
Answer next time for sure. Next time on, this is just quite a wonderful experience. I'm glad to have been able to partake in this with you guys. Same thing with Dave. I'm sure they're very happy.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to do this.
fun to break up the content. We need to have more guest content.
Yeah, anytime you want to sign, I'm sure we can figure out some arrangement of Alfgoons. We have enough that we could probably have 3 at all times on standby.
Yeah. Okay.
So, by any chance, do we have any permission to like clip this? Just in case we need to like show off your content on our channel.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Just find the link to the video, and then you can link it into your video description. If you're doing a trailer to it, that is.
I guess it, right, guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty late. The sun's going down. Reference that. Avengers.
Sun's coming up over here, basically.
He's fucking referencing Make It Low.
God, I'm gonna hit my computer.
I was referencing anything, since that's probably a pretty common reference.
And if you skip to the end of this, future people in the world, please check out our channel. I'll plug it again. I'd be very thankful. And subscribe to these guys if you haven't. There will be like a thing underneath the video. You can scroll down a little bit, and it's like parallel to the
Can you zoom in?
and it says subscribe. And if it's red, then you're doing it wrong.
I just broke it in half. Ow, my gosh.
So
Sorry.
is
Sorry.
the podcast over?
Anyway, tune in next week as we get back into Gravity Falls. Take care.
Later.
Later. Bye.
Woo!